Welcome to Backstage Pass, Rockstar Pro's official podcast. This is your opportunity to go behind the scenes of Rockstar Pro and hear from the wrestlers themselves. Now here are your hosts, Mark Turner and Bork Torkleson.
Hey, you're listening to the Backstage Pass.
Yeah.
So, we're here.
We're here, man.
And we're going to talk about Rockstar Pro's 7-year anniversary show.
Now, is that professional wrestling?
It is, because this is the Backstage Pass, and this is the official podcast of Rockstar Pro Wrestling. And Mark, I got to ask you, are you excited about 7?
That's a yes.
That is... Okay, there's the sound I'm more
I
familiar
knew you
with.
wanted it, so I didn't want to give it to you right away.
That's the sound that I know means you're excited. There it is again.
With the fist pump.
Yeah, they can't see the fist pump, though.
What?
They only get the audio aspect.
Oh, I still haven't learned this.
No, so, again, I am Bork Torkleson. I am joined by Mark Turner. And we are, as you can tell by the sounds coming out of Mark, super excited for 7. It's Friday, February 1st at Rockstar Pro Arena, 1106 East 3rd Street in Dayton, Ohio. Not for much longer, but for 7, that's where we're going to be.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Can you believe it's been 7 years, man? 7 years at the Rockstar Pro Arena.
That's crazy, man.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Seems like it was just yesterday. I was sitting out in the crowd enjoying shows back in 2012.
Yeah,
man.
You and me both.
Absolutely. Yeah, I remember that Chris Poland guy. He was a pretty cool guy.
Hey, what? I told you not to use that name anymore.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, multiple times.
Which one was it? Was it Chris Poland?
Mark, let's not get into that.
Okay.
Mark.
Okay.
So, yes, we were fans before we were professional commentators.
Yes.
But that's behind us.
Okay.
Now we're total pros.
Professional. I got a tie on.
You
I'm
do.
pro.
And I look great. Right?
You look like something. But yeah, they can see my tie at home, right?
No, Mark, they can't see anything. So, I have something special planned for the Spotlight segment.
Oh, nice.
But
are you going to tell me?
Before we get to that, no, not yet.
Okay.
Because we have to do a little bit of discussion here. Because it's been nearly a month.
Politics.
No, not at all, man.
Okay, good. Because I don't know that stuff.
I know you don't. That's why I'd never discuss it with you.
Okay.
So, about a month ago,
yeah,
in January, we had Keep On Keepin' On.
Yes, we did.
Our first Friday night show of 2019, and it was a hell of an experience.
It absolutely was. Rockstar Pro was keep on keeping on into the new year.
I get
Woo!
it.
Yeah.
Again, they cannot see that.
And then the first matchup of the night, they didn't see the fist bump?
No.
Okay. First matchup of the night, it was a tag team match. We saw the Death Threat Army versus the Trash Punks, and it was the Death Threat Army that picked up the victory. They're looking good as a nice young tag team here.
That they are. Alex Weir and Tommy Vendetta, along with Karam at their side, they are truly a threat in the tag team division, defeating Christian Cobain and Crash Jackson.
Yeah, I did. I like you used the word threat. That's
because as they say, it's not a promise, it's a death threat.
Ooh, do they say that?
They do say that. They've said it before. I imagine they'll say it again.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
You know, I've said...
What have you said?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again before, but I will say I've said it before, and I'll say it again.
My head hurts.
That's a Harris Whittles bit. He's dead, so I can steal it.
Oh, okay. Is that how stuff works?
I'm not sure. In the second match at Keep On Keepin' On, we saw Pompano Joe take on Aaron Williams, and thanks to the distraction provided by one Steve Manders, who thinks he's a cowboy now.
Yep, he's a cowboy.
Pompano Joe won that match.
Pompano Joe defeated Aaron Williams. How about Pompano Joe? He's been doing great ever since Homie Alone, Killer Christmas. He's been doing awesome. Pompano Joe just defeated the former 4-time Rockstar Pro world champion, Aaron Williams.
I mean, I guess he has a friend now in Steve Manders.
Yeah,
so.
He's got a friend. I mean, he's been Homie Alone for so long. It's nice to see that he has a friend. I think there's going to be a lot of cowboy parties between those two. He's dressed as a cowboy. What?
That's the thing. Do you think it's true friendship, or do you think it's a friendship of convenience?
What do you mean by that? Just that they can... if they gel together as a team like they do, it may start as like a companionship in the ring, but it will go to real life, friends behind the scenes. They'll be having parties. They'll be wearing cowboy hats. It'll be great, and I'll be wishing I was there, but I probably won't be.
Yeah, I see it more as like the two like most revolting people at the bar
What?
at closing time, and they have no one else
What?
to turn to, so they end up together.
What are you talking about? I'm confused by this. I don't know.
Well, you're
If you
confused by a lot of things.
If you saw a cowboy with a mustache like Manders hanging out at a bar,
Yeah.
what do you think? Like, hey, that's a real man right there.
I would think that young Hulk Hogan has lost his mind. Or maybe Lemmy has gone country.
Frankly, old Hulk Hogan may have lost his mind too.
Well, that's fair point, Mark. The first valid one you've made today.
Yice! I think that's kind of backhanded.
What was that sound? Yice?
I was saying nice, and then I realized how much of a backhanded compliment it was. So I
Was
had
it
to
like
lie.
a yes and a nice?
Perhaps.
Is that a little portmanteau action?
What? I have 10 toes.
Okay, so we also saw Samantha Heights defeat Zoe Sky, a decorated athlete in women's wrestling, in a rare ladies match at Rockstar Pro. Usually we end up having a lot of mixed
Right.
action, but we saw a women's match.
Yeah, Zoe Sky, the Heart of Shimmer champion.
Yeah.
And Samantha Heights defeated her. A very impressive victory, and Samantha Heights defended her home turf quite well. So as she usually does here at the Rockstar Pro Arena.
Absolutely. And speaking of defending turf, Jeremiah considers the Rockstar Pro Arena
Yeah.
his house.
What? Come on.
I'm not sure why, but he calls himself the Hook. Who
Yeah.
knows what's going on
He
in
says
his
a lot
mind.
of things, yeah.
He does say a lot of things.
But
You're right.
he did back it up, though, when he defeated Ace Austin.
He did.
At Keep On Keeping On.
And that certainly didn't settle much between those two, but we'll get to that momentarily.
Spoiler alert.
For now, we should also point out, in the Mosh Pit Scramble at Keep On Keeping On, it was Ace Romero who came out on top after pinning Alex Colon.
How about that? Ace Romero, AC Baby, making his return to Rockstar Pro, winning the Mosh Pit Scramble. That was pretty awesome.
It was quite a surprise.
Yes, it was.
He was not announced as
No.
being on the show or in that scramble. So very warm reception
Yeah.
for AC Baby at Keep On Keeping On.
How great is it to see Ace Romero, AC Baby back?
There
I
you
just
go.
kind of rolled it together, kind
did.
of like my yice. What did I say earlier?
Yice.
Yice. Okay.
Not a word.
Not a word? I'm going to look it up.
Moving on, we also saw two monsters collide when Larry D defeated Madman Fulton.
Yeah, Madman Fulton, he asked for the fight.
Yes.
Repeatedly, over and over again. He said he
Absolutely.
wanted Larry D to fight him. Well, that's exactly what he got. Larry D won. But I will give Fulton credit. It took not one, but two punches to keep him down for the 3 count.
That's true. You're not wrong there. So, it's still something to be proud of for Fulton, but pride doesn't give you a bigger paycheck. Pride doesn't put a hash in the W column.
No, it does not. But we'll see what the future holds for Fulton. He gets another shot against some big men coming up. Spoiler alert again. I'm going to keep saying it.
I know, Mark. So, in big news,
What's that?
we saw a tag team championship match.
Ooh.
And the Lethal Enforcers, JD Drake and Anthony Henry, defeated the Dirty, Bulletproof Brandon Edwards, and Cutthroat Austin Mannix to become first-time Rockstar Pro Tag Team Champions, and we haven't seen them since.
No, we have not seen them since, but the Lethal Enforcers, I'll tell you what, they're a really good tag team. You can just
Yes.
tell. You can just tell when they walk through the curtain there and walk into the ring. They are good, and they got the best of the Dirty, and the Dirty, they got the best of the Lethal Enforcers. On that night, at Keep On Keeping On, the Lethal Enforcers were just a little bit better, and they became the Rockstar Pro Tag Team Champions. It was a hell of a match.
It was a phenomenal match. The tag team division is really impressing in Rockstar
Right.
Pro,
Yeah.
as we mentioned before with the Death Threat Army and the Trash Punks. But Lethal Enforcers, they won the title, and they went back home.
Yeah, that's true.
And,
Dirty, they're not happy about that.
No, they're not. They demanded a rematch, and they got it at 7.
Yeah.
But, I honestly think that that's pretty smart of Lethal Enforcers. Eventually, yes, they have to return to defend their titles. But if you're the champions, why put those titles on the line unless it's absolutely necessary?
Yeah, and I will say this about the Lethal Enforcers. They aren't from the Midwest area. They're from the
Correct.
East Coast.
Yes.
So, they got booked to have that championship match, and they won the matchup. And maybe in the future, if they hold on to the championships, if they retain, they'll be here more often on Wednesdays. We'll find out. But first of all, the Dirty, they want to win back those championships.
Absolutely, and
Spoiler alert.
they'll get their shot at 7. Okay?
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Mark, we also had a Chillicothe death match.
Whoa, sounds dangerous.
It was very dangerous.
Yeah.
In fact, it left Bruce Gray in the hospital after Ron Mathis defeated him.
Yeah, it was a crazy matchup, no doubt about it. And Ron Mathis and Bruce Gray, man, they've been going at it for so long now. I can't even remember how long they've been fighting one another.
Over a year. It was almost a year to the day that Bruce Gray ended up back in the hospital.
Seems to be a common thread, yeah.
Yeah, since Ron Mathis was there for an unrelated incident.
Yeah, and these two, man, it's so personal between them. This is pretty much the way it had to end, in a Chillicothe death match. That's the way it has to go. And Ron Mathis, he won the matchup as you would expect, but after the matchup is where the real surprise happened, I think.
Absolutely. The executive secretaries of offense and defense, Mr. Bruce and Mr. Boone.
Brune?
I'm making portmanteaus as well.
Yeah, that's almost as good as Yice.
Almost, but not
Almost.
quite.
No, not as
they
good.
attacked Bruce Gray viciously and beat him down after the match.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, somebody else came out to stop them.
Yeah, it was John Murray. John Murray came out in Grits and Gravy, back together once again.
It seems that
Murray
way.
coming to the aid of Bruce Gray. That was great, but I'm still surprised by Mr. Bruce and Mr. Boone turning on Bruce Gray after everything that's been going on in the administration.
Yeah, I don't quite get it, but perhaps they understand their own motivations. But nevertheless, the result is John Murray and Bruce Gray back together.
Yeah, and they'll face Bruce and Boone in a tag team match at 7. Spoiler alert.
I know, Mark.
Wait, do I say the spoiler alert first?
You say it all the time, apparently.
Okay. Spoiler alert. I'll say it again. Spoiler alert.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done now. I got it.
So I guess we need to talk about this as well. In our main event at Keep On Keepin' On, Dustin Reyes defeated Jake Something to retain the Rockstar Pro World Championship, but unfortunately, that was not the end of that story.
No, absolutely not. I mean, Dustin Reyes, we've been hearing a lot going on between Dustin Reyes and the Iron Manager JT Davidson for a long time now. They've been going at it back before Jake Christ had his match with Dustin Reyes. But, that match, it's not going to happen, Bork.
No, it's not. Dustin Reyes basically left the company.
Yeah.
He has,
well, let's just say it as it is.
He has severed
He
walked out. He severed his ties with Rockstar Pro, and therefore we will not get Dustin Reyes versus JT Davidson at 7 for the Rockstar Pro World Championship.
It is unfortunate, and I really feel bad for JT Davidson in this whole thing. He was looking so forward to having that matchup with
it was going to be his retirement match.
It was his retirement match, and he had been... He was so proud of the build of the match and everything. I feel so bad for him, but... I guess shit happens.
Yeah, sometimes people make poor decisions.
I know, right?
In the heat of the moment. And therefore, that match isn't going to happen.
I'm still not sure what holds the future of championships in Rockstar Pro. I guess we'll find out in the future. We're moving to a new building. It's a fresh start. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely. But also on Amped, since Keep On Keepin' On, we've had some bizarre conflicts, to say the least. Ron Mathis and Jeremiah had an impromptu 2 out of 3 falls match at the behest of the Rockstar Pro Nation.
That's right.
It didn't go quite the way Mathis wanted. There was perhaps a little bit of interference. Perhaps people didn't get time to recover in between falls, but nevertheless, we ended up in Wrestler's Court.
That we did, and the Honorable Judge Necro Butcher.
Yes.
How awesome is that to see Necro Butcher at the Rockstar Pro Arena?
Fairly awesome.
It was awesome, and we're seeing Ron Mathis or Jeremiah. Whose side was he on? I don't even remember. What ended up happening at the end? What did he decide at the end of Wrestler's Court?
He decided that there would be a country whipping match.
That's right.
So that's what we had the next week on Amped. The ring was surrounded by lumberjacks, all armed with leather straps.
And 2 fans.
That
won raffles.
Unfortunately. And every time the action spilled out to the ringside area, those lumberjacks were encouraged to viciously whip the flesh of the competitors.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that was a great call by Necro Butcher. Let's find out who the better person is in the ring in a nice hardcore match, just like Necro Butcher would like it. I think it's a great idea.
I'm not sure how much it settled, though, because the match ended with Ace Austin inadvertently or accidentally punching Ron Mathis in the face, giving Jeremiah the victory.
Well, I think it was accidentally. I mean, he has issues with Jeremiah, and it was unfortunate that Ron Mathis got
Well,
away.
yeah, and if you want to see how it all played out, you could, of course, subscribe to the Rockstar Pro Network. Mark, stop it. For $5 a month. Or you can catch the wrap-up on YouTube.
Yeah.
That'll get you all caught up for 7. Now,
I love rap music. It's great.
no, Mark, W-R-A-P.
W?
Yeah. You thought there was no W, hey?
Is it like silent? Is it what rap? How does that work?
No. Do you not understand the English language?
English?
Mark, okay. So we'll talk about other things that happened in 7 in the build, or at Amped, pardon me, in the build up to 7 after the spotlight. But as I said, I've done something a little different for this spotlight.
Okay.
I visited the OI4K Wrestling Academy.
Wait, you already did it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so I'm not going to be there?
Nope. I visited them earlier this week, and I spoke to some of the trainees. I spoke to some of the wrestlers who continue to go there to hone their skills. And I spoke to the head trainers as well. So let's go ahead and hear what the members of the OI4K Academy have to say about 7.
I want to talk to OI4K.
Well, too late. It already happened. All right, please introduce yourself.
How about you introduce us, Bork? That's your job. That's not my job.
Okay, so let me get on the right side of the mic. I'm being joined right now by Sammy Callahan.
Did you forget my name? There was a pause there. I don't like that pause.
You didn't
It's
like
like if I said I loved you. See, you paused right there.
What?
I love you.
I love you too, man.
There we go.
Is that okay?
Better.
Okay, so Sammy, you're facing Billy Gunn.
William Gunn.
William
Good
Gunn.
old William.
I've never heard that before.
Monsieur Assaman.
Okay.
That's my French accent,
Monsieur
apparently.
Assman. At
Assman.
7. What can we
1,
expect?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All good children.
I think we missed the boat. I think by number 10 we have to have a count parody of him counting the numbers.
Sure,
of
I
the
think we
anniversaries.
can get there. Like, I think we're parodying.
Who would play
things.
the count in Rockstar Pro?
Oh, don't say John Murray.
John Murray is not the count. He's not count-like. He's more like Snuffleupagus.
Can't even count.
No.
John Murray looks just like Snuffleupagus, if you really think about it.
He also looks like a bearded lady.
He does.
I feel like if somebody was going to be the count, it would probably be Pompano Joe.
Okay, I can
Because
see Pompano Joe's
He
the
has
count.
kind of that. He speaks in a weird manner, and he kind of makes everyone uncomfortable, just like the count.
I don't think he speaks English, to be honest.
Yeah, you know that the funniest thing in the world to him is fake poop.
He speaks in hieroglyphics.
That is deep.
Can we put that on commentary? Can you start saying that? He actually learned to read and write in hieroglyphics.
I can do whatever you want me to do.
There you go.
You want me to do that on commentary? I got you covered.
Do it.
All right. So, you and William Gunn at 7.
Monsieur Assaman.
What can we expect? What do you have you faced him before?
I have faced him,
So-
and I've trained with him. He's kind of like one of my wrestling dads, him and Tommy Dreamer.
Okay.
And he's a rather large man. He's deceptively big.
He
I
is
don't-
huge. And you don't appreciate that until
No.
you see him in person.
No.
Because he was in the land of the giants.
He is a giant man. He's very intimidating. I don't even think he knows really how strong. No, he knows how strong he is.
Yeah.
He does, because he's stupid strong.
Right.
It's like being in the ring with a newborn baby Rottweiler that never grown up.
That doesn't realize it can rip your throat out.
He is a monster. He's got that dad dick, bro.
Oh, well, just like
Jerry Lynn. Yeah. It's a magical power that is passed down upon generation to generation.
All right, so do you think there's an off chance that maybe, perhaps, you may get asked to suck it during that match?
I guarantee it.
Oh, you guarantee it?
But I'm not losing because it's Dayton, and OVE doesn't lose in Dayton.
Okay, so you're going to guarantee a win as well?
Wait, the question is, do you think he'll ask you to suck it? You said yes, guaranteed. So are you guaranteed you're going to suck it?
I think
I feel awkward.
was the guarantee that you would suck it, or that he would
That he would
instruct
say
you
it.
to
Okay.
suck
He
it?
wouldn't say
There
it.
you go. Yeah.
Maybe I won't let him
I didn't
say
mean to
it.
interrupt.
Maybe I won't let him say it.
You know, you could just
Maybe you just
put
pull it
that
out and
boot,
just suck it.
put that boot down the throat when he
That's a
asks.
little. That's a little far. That's a little far.
Yeah, I don't know if we can have full penetration on a pay-per-view without some sort of code violation.
Yeah, that's the fire marshal's coming in, and we're getting
Yeah.
shut down.
Yeah. So, Sammy Callahan versus Billy Gunn at 7.
gun.
It's going to be amazing.
100%.
Hi, my name is Mel. I'm originally from Los Angeles, California, and I've been here at the OI4K Academy for about 3 weeks now. I was briefly introduced to Lucha Libre out in Los Angeles, but I felt it wasn't as professional or as precise as I thought it would be. And then I came across Sammy and Dave at PCW Ultra.
Okay.
And I think about a week later, Sammy posted a tweet about the school, and I was like, you know what? That's where I'm going to go. These guys love the business, and they're so awesome at what they do, basically. As from personal experience, every promotion has their own crowd, their own feeling at an event. I'm used to events in Los Angeles, so a big pay-per-view like that here, I want to see the crowd really, how they really react to big matches like Dave's casket match, or like Billy Gunn's going to be here, and then just every other match here.
Hi, I'm Brian Taylor. I'm a trainee at OI4K Academy, as well as I do security at Rockstar Pro. The reason I came here is one of the best training schools around. You have Dave Chris, one of the head trainers. Who else are you going to learn tag team wrestling from? You have Sammy Callahan, who is a killer singles wrestler. And all of them combined have an amazing trio with Ohio versus everything. So there's no other place to go. I have a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the great University of Cincinnati, and a master's degree from Penn State in supply chain management. It's exciting to see it's almost the end of the Rockstar Pro arena to an extent. Going back through and watching a lot of the iPay-per-views and amps on the network, which everyone should go do because it's just amazing, all the history that's there. Seeing a lot of people on the card and how they've grown from out that, basically throughout the 7 years. To see then Aaron Williams versus Dave Chris in a casket match, Sammy Callahan versus Billy Gunn. I mean, it's best show around.
Crash Jackson here to all the podcast listeners. I've been here at Rockstar Pro in the OI4K Academy since the beginning of June of 2018. Made the move from Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky wrestling has got a little bit of a bad taste to it. It's nothing like Ohio. And like they say, Ohio is for killers, and that's what I'm trying to be, is a killer. The 4th of July show, the special Royal Rumble that we had, that was a crazy, crazy wild time. Getting to share the ring with my trainers and everybody that I didn't think I was going to get to share the ring with that early of being here was an awesome experience. Just going out there and having fun and just really enjoying myself and not like worrying so much about stuff, because that tends to happen with wrestling and new guys coming in to a new place and a new place that they train.
Yeah, that was a wacky one. So you'd only been here less than a month at that point?
Something like that.
Yeah, and those holiday shows
they're fun. They're so fun.
Are pretty loose.
Very loose.
Yeah. So at 7, you have a big match. You and Christian Cobain versus the Killer Death Machines, Nevaeh and Jessica Havoc. Tell us your thoughts going into that one.
It's going to be a test, a very big test, bigger than any sort of test that I've been through in my life, whether it be physical, mental, emotional. Like Nevaeh and Jessica, they are just brutes. Me and Cobain know their stature and where they stand and the things they've done and what they're capable of, and it's like kind of puts us at like uneasy stepping into the ring with them, but we can't walk in there like being afraid. We have to be in there, stepping in there confident.
My name is Jassim Al-Qudari. I moved from Kuwait to Ohio to learn professional wrestling back in 2017. It's been a crazy road, a lot of fun, a lot of lessons learned since I've been to the OI4K Academy, which is, after a year of being here, I know that it was the right choice to sign here and learn from the best.
What makes you believe that after your first year here?
After seeing what the trainers have done on TV, going from being in the independent wrestling to being on TV. You know, they know what they're doing, and they're also teaching a lot of younger guys who also have made it to TV. So that just lets you know that they have the recipe to make you one of the best. One of my favorite memories would have to be the casket match between Zachary Wentz and Clayton Gaines, since that was my first show I attended as a fan then, and it was actually my first casket match to watch, and it was very exciting to watch as well. Knowing that Dave Christ and Aaron Williams would be there, you know that they're gonna step it up a notch and make it a memorable night.
Hello, I am one half of the awesome Odyssey, Jack Andrews.
I am Bobson Dugnut, and I have been here for just over 2 years. Started training in December of 2016.
Well, this is obviously the best place to be trained at. I've been training elsewhere, and that didn't go too good, so I came here.
Well, they were shorthanded one day, and me and my buddy stepped up, and we just became refs. And there we have it.
Awesome Odyssey can be anything, everything, and it can be there, it can be here. Like I said, it can be everywhere.
I remember one of my first matches reffing, I got to slow motion ref with Kikataro and John Murray. Plenty of other shenanigans, so that was fun. Wasn't my only thing I did with John Murray. Remember Jeremiah had beef with me for a little while and would slam me on my head, but I helped Murray win a ladder match, so that was pretty cool. That sticks out in my head.
One of my favorite memories would have to be the Murray Taker, because it just kind of brought tears to my eyes, seeing a combination of John Murray and The Undertaker, Murray Taker, come to life.
I think the Fatal 4-Way Big Hoss match is going to be something to watch. A lot of people might not know what to expect out of that, but it's just going to be wild, and a lot of big guys beating each other up.
We have a lot of great matches on there. We have Aaron Williams versus Dave Christ.
Come to 7. I think it'll be a great show.
My name is Ace Austin, and I have been here since early 2017, so almost 2 years, right around 2 years now. Man, that first year was me just coming in and out. I was still just kind of floating around on the East Coast trying to find my place, trying to figure out who I was. And then I found the heart of wrestling in the Midwest, and I came out here to Rockstar Pro, and I came out here to live, and it changed everything for me. It was probably the biggest and most important step I made up to that point in my whole career. And it took off from there. Rockstar gave me the foundation that I was looking for and the place to learn and get better and have huge, matches and huge moments and really come into my own. My debut here was at an I pay-per-view, which was really exciting. It was a 5-way for the American Lucha Corps Championship. Trey Miguel won the championship that night, and then I was his first defense on the Wednesday following, I think.
Yeah.
Getting to go to Mexico and represent Rockstar Pro, where I won my first international championship. That was something I'll never forget. Wrestling Rich Swann just on a random Wednesday.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That was something. And then also pinning Rich Swann in this building for at the Wrestling Revolver for the Open Invite Scramble Championship. There's another one too, that Best of 7 with Clayton. That's something.
That was incredibly memorable,
it's a very,
right?
very, yeah. And probably one of the most memorable parts about it for me, I would say, was having Jeremiah show up for no reason, out of nowhere, to ruin the whole thing for me.
Yeah, but it wasn't for no reason, right? He gave a
Okay,
clear
you're right.
reason.
No, he
it was
did give
because
a
he was
reason.
jealous that you were getting the spotlight and he wasn't.
I say no reason because I feel that's not a valid reason. I absolutely deserve everything that I have had and that I've earned to this point. I haven't had anything handed to me. Absolutely not. That's absurd. My beef with Clay goes way, way back since I started coming around Rockstar Pro. Mm-hmm. And then Mathis, this is just a brand new thing.
Well, you did punch him in the face.
I did punch him in the face, and I
A
apologize.
pretty important match.
Well,
you did apologize, but it didn't change the fact.
It didn't. And now I got to deal with all 3 of them. I think the most prominent beef for me is with Jeremiah. All I wanted was to get my hands on Jeremiah one more time at 7.
Yeah, and you're going to get to do that, but
now
you have
Mathis
and Clay
is in the
there,
mix,
too.
and Mathis made a scene, a horrible scene at the last show.
Would you say it's unbecoming of a former world champion?
I would absolutely say that. I would say it's unbecoming and unprofessional, especially to come out there during intermission or after the show when people are trying to buy merch and interact with us.
Fans.
Yeah, there were still fans, and he's out here pushing through people and shoving around and throwing fists. He could have hit a fan. What would have happened then?
We probably would have gotten sued and shut down.
Yeah, absolutely. Mathis could have ruined Rockstar Pro.
But he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Yet.
Yeah. And then Clayton coming out. Clayton had absolutely nothing to do with any of it. He didn't even have anything to do with Jeremiah getting involved in our best of 7 match.
You know what he didn't have?
A match at 7.
Yeah.
I heard him scream that very loudly when he came through the curtain to just attack again at the merch table in front of fans while people were still there.
But I mean, you got to admit one thing, right?
What?
It worked.
Yeah, it did. I guess he knows how to push Jake's buttons, huh?
I guess so.
Get himself booked on it. A lot of bad blood should be expected. Everyone in this match has something against me. I don't know how they feel about each other, but I know that I'm going to have to protect my neck at all costs in this match. It's 3-on-1 as far as I'm concerned.
So, odds stacked against you. But,
Odds stacked against me.
I guess you've never...
But I've always got a little something up my sleeve to even the odds.
Okay, that's enough.
My name is Corey Robinson, and I'm training here because I want to be the best wrestler in the world. I chose the OI4K Academy because it was right in my backyard. Dave Chris, Jake Chris, and Semi Callahan are big-known names, and they're good at what they do. I'm excited for 7 because it marks a new beginning for Rockstar Pro. It's the last iPay-per-view we have here, and it's a new beginning, not an end.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Steven Walker. I am here because I want to train and learn my craft in wrestling and be one of the best wrestlers in the world and to travel as many places as I can go. 7, I'm actually looking forward to the Fatal 4-Way match between Ace Austin, Jeremiah, Juan Mathis, and Clayton Gaines because they just want to hurt each other. That's going to be a brawl, and I think, personally, that's going to be one of the best matches of the night.
My name is Will the Thrill, a man with a plan. I'm not just ill, I'm not just Will, I'm not just Trill. I'm the illest, the realest, and the trillest.
My name is the Worldwide Event Pop City. I've been training at the OI4K Academy for a little less than a year. It's been the best move I've made in professional wrestling.
Me and Dave Christ refound paths together in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it was at that point in time when I was at this, I think it was an Impact Super Show or WrestleCon Super Show.
Yeah.
It was at that point that I felt like I needed to make a change. It was well overdue way before that, but just approaching him, I, had this crazy feeling like, I don't know what he's going to say. He might kick my, I'm not sure, but I went ahead and did it anyways, and all went well, and here I am today.
I'm learning from the best, and I'm becoming the best Pop City I can be.
Well, one of my favorite memories happened to be one that I was involved in. It was Jake Christ and Jeremiah battling it out. They had a long feud going, and it was for the Rockstar Pro World title. And the opening segment just started out with a brawl, and Jake and Jeremiah could not be contained. They were like inseparable at this point, and the whole locker room and everyone involved with Rockstar was out there, and I think almost everyone got punched in the face or kicked. I got powerbombed by Dave really hard on the floor, kicked, stomped, all kinds of stuff. It was insane. Everybody that you could name at Rockstar that was there that night was involved in that brawl, and it was insane.
Getting to take on Samantha Heights for the Fanny Pack Championship. Also facing Dave, Chris, and Cole Radrick with my partner Will the Thrill for a tag team match. It was pretty big for us just coming in. There's a lot of cool things, like people have mentioned Zach getting abducted by the UFO and all this cool stuff that you just don't expect to see.
They call me the ultimate underdog because I'm a little guy, but I like to see the hosses fight. And we got a fatal 4-way that I don't know if anyone has a real word to explain, but we got Jake something, Madman Fulton, Larry D, and Michael Elgin coming from a long ways away. But I want to pick my man Jake something in this match. He's just on a roll right now overall, all over the indie scene. And
I want everybody to go out there and kill it, as they say, take Rockstar to the next level.
Good evening. I'm Ed Michek. I'm the OI4K Academy manager, and I do other roles throughout Rockstar Pro and Revolver. Yeah, I'm that guy that's behind the curtain that does just about everything around here, from building stuff to managing the peons, the camaraderie that I get from a lot of the guys, especially from Dave and Sammy and Jay. And just the young kids in general. I feel that sometimes they look up to me. I may be a good example, I may be a bad example. But 7 is actually my anniversary here at Rockstar. This is my 2-year anniversary.
Cool.
Because 5 was my first.
Oh, wow. What a
Rockstar
show, right?
Yeah. Good
3
thing.
big injuries.
Oh, yeah. I was right there for the first one.
Yeah.
That's, it's our WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So the whole, the show in general is going to be a hit. Just the whole show.
Yeah.
Is just going to be fantastic. Just because everybody works together so well, behind the scenes to out in front of the camera.
If you want.
All right, so I am joined by Dave Christ, who will be in. I think can we spill the beans? I think it's the main event. Can we say it's the main event?
I mean, what if we're wrong?
There's no consequences whatsoever.
So there's no constipation at
Nothing.
At all.
Nothing stuck up there.
No constipation at
Nope.
all. Okay.
So
yeah, main event.
Guaranteed.
Last
main
match
event,
in this building.
Guaranteed main event at
Casket.
7.
The casket lid will close on Aaron Williams and the Rockstar Pro Arena.
That's right. We'll be moving to our new location. So let's talk about your match, because you have a huge match coming up at 7.
Well, I'm used to things being huge around me.
Around you?
Or on me.
There we go. Legendary, right?
Bingo.
I've already
Larry D, no pun intended.
I've talked about yours. I've talked about Dez's. I've talked about Zach's.
It's gonna be me.
But ultimately, it's a casket match between you and Aaron Williams. Because let's face it, Aaron has been something different of late.
Get that out real quick. I think I got a thorn in my side.
Well, see, I expected a knife in your back, perhaps.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, hit me.
I'm used to having knives in the back, so by now it's just something that just feels natural to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel as if Aaron Williams is doing anything that hasn't already been done to me before. Obviously, if you look through the annals,
annals
of Rockstar history,
it
seems like every feud that I'm in, or everyone that tends to hate me at one point in time, always goes after my students.
Yeah.
It's just a thing.
I guess so. It's
a lot of people found out you probably shouldn't mess with Zachary Wentz. I wouldn't, but you know what? It's probably fine.
I think people consider it a vulnerability because they know you care about the success and welfare of your students.
Yeah, that's true. But if you think about it, how many times have I meddled in the affairs of my students? I usually just let them do their own thing. No.
Right.
I'm not those meddling kids.
No, but you do have an emotional connection there.
I do.
You invest yourself in your students and in their success.
Yes.
So to me, it makes sense for an opponent. I'm not saying I condone it, but I am saying it makes sense for Aaron to take
I
this.
totally think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
If you're going to try to anger me and you're going to try to get me off my game, or if you're just trying to get my attention, like in this particular case. He said the entire time, whether he was fighting Manders or Samantha or picking on poor defenseless Bun.
Yeah, security guard Bun. I mean,
he's not a very big guy.
Bun?
Yeah,
he's a huge dude.
What?
But I mean, he's not ready. He's not
like
ring.
Baby Huey.
He's not ring ready yet. Is
No,
he?
he's like Baby Huey.
Yeah.
He doesn't know his strength yet.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
maybe one day.
Maybe he'll get that dad strength, or as we like to call it, that dad dick.
Maybe.
But I just kind of feel like it's par for the course. They had their dealings with Aaron. Obviously, Samantha didn't fare too well against young Williams.
The first blood match was brutal.
Yeah, there's like a candy cane, right?
Yeah, sharpened to a point. Yeah, it was kind of gross.
That was
because then you're getting slobber and like sugar in your open wound.
That's quite a moment.
That's gross.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But speaking of moments, you don't like that one. Do you have some favorites from Rockstar Pass? I know a lot of people talk about the 104-minute match you had with David Starr being one of the most memorable in Rockstar Pro history. But what about you? I mean, what things do you remember as meaningful?
I remember Zachary Wentz making his debut.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite spectacular. I remember Zachary and Trey both winning the Rockstar Pro World title.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely a memorable time for me. Samantha Heights and my sister-in-law Nevaeh being the first two females to go one-on-one against each other for that said title. Absolutely.
So that's pretty cool.
So those are all good moments. Mesh versus Flesh. The first time that OI4K invaded, we climbed the fence and we beat the trash out of Ron Mathis and won Cocaine Cock. I mean, Cody Hawk.
What was that?
At that point in time, no offense, but like they were okay shows. But like I think with us coming, Samantha came, Rich Swann came at that point in time. There was just a lot of people that came with us.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you have Sam Callahan, me, Jake, Nevaeh, Samantha, Rich Swann, Chris Brooks, all the way from England, who was here at that point in time.
And he had a great run. I loved his run here.
Alistair Black was here because of us.
Yeah.
I mean, there was just a lot of people that were intimidated by the amount of talent that we were bringing with us because, I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand with what I tell people at the Academy. If you just do what's right and you're a good person and not someone who just is selfish and thinks about themselves only, you're going to be able to go far in this business.
Yeah.
So I think that particularly changed the face of professional wrestling in this area.
Mm-hmm.
We helped change, not us, but Rockstar Pro and the trainees and everyone else helped change the perception of professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So to see us move forward and go to a new building, I just think that we have so much to go. We have so much room to grow and places to explore. And I will say that not just because you're standing next to me, and not just because you're one of my closest friends, but I will say that I think that you single-handedly really helped push Rockstar Pro to that next level because you helped spread the word. This podcast really helped spread the word, and this podcast really helped to get new light. And I think that people with intelligence don't necessarily speak highly of wrestling, especially at that point in time. Now it's all over the place.
Yeah.
But when you guys first started doing the podcast and you weren't necessarily a part of the company yet, the boys were listening.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was paying attention to what you guys were saying, and it was very uplifting that somebody with some form of intelligence was speaking so highly of professional wrestling. So I think that you and Mark Turner have done so much to tell our stories.
Yeah.
So I thank you greatly.
All right, awesome. Well, I'm going to end it on that because I don't think it could get any better than that. You're right. I single-handedly saved Rockstar. Mark Turner,
he helped a little
He's
bit.
there as well. Well, there you have it. The words...
It was very interesting from what I heard.
Yeah.
Being there and asking such great questions, such as I did, it was just good stuff.
I mean, according to Dave Christ, I pretty much single-handedly saved this company. So
Wait, did he say that?
Did you not listen?
No, I wasn't there, Bork. I wanted to be there,
Well,
but you wouldn't let me be there.
Be sure to listen to the episode when we release it, because you will hear Dave Christ sing my praises.
Oh, does he sing?
It's a figure of speech.
Oh, a figure of speech.
Mark, so...
First toes, now fingers.
So at 7, our 7-year anniversary show, February 1st. The doors open at 7.
Oh, yeah.
And the first match is at 7:30. Front row, sold out.
Gone.
Second row, sold out.
Gone.
I believe most, if not all, of the third row is sold out.
Well, if it's not, you better get here early.
We still have general admission tickets, so be here on Friday, February 1st for 7. It's going to be our last internet pay-per-view in the Rockstar Pro Arena before we move to our new building.
Isn't that amazing? I'm excited for this new building. It's going to be great, no doubt about it. But I'm a little sad to leave this building. All the memories here for 7 years in the Rockstar Pro Arena. I mean, you got to be here for the last iPay-per-view ever at this building, so we can properly say farewell to the Rockstar Pro Arena.
You're not wrong about that, Mark. So let's run through the card as we understand it so far for 7.
Yeah, the first matchup is a tag team match. We see Mr. Bruce and Mr. Boone. They are teaming up against Grits and Gravy. John Murray and Bruce Gray. They are teaming up once again. The first ever Rockstar Pro Tag Team Champions.
Yes.
Back together once again.
And I really expect True Grit Bruce Gray to shine during that contest.
We'll see what happens. I mean, he is not 100% after that crazy Chillicothe death match he had to keep on keeping on. In fact, it was a bit questionable for a while if he would even be able to compete in this matchup.
That's right.
But he's a go.
You're forgetting one thing, Mark.
What? One? What's that?
He's Bruce Gray.
He is Bruce Gray.
He's going to be able to do this.
Okay, and with John Murray by his side, he can't fail.
Well, I'm not sure about that. But we're also going to have our signature match, the match that Rockstar Pro Wrestling made famous, the Mosh Pit Scramble. We don't have entrants introduced yet. Anybody could show up.
I was going to say,
but there will be a Mosh Pit Scramble at 7.
No doubt about it. And just like we saw Keep On Keeping On, you never know who's going to show up in one of these matches.
It's true.
Yeah, no
doubt.
doubt.
It is true. We will also see Ace Romero take on Alex Colon in singles competition.
Yeah, this has been building for the last month between these two.
Yes.
Alex Colon cost Ace Romero matchup against Aaron Williams, and just tonight, the last amped before the iPay-per-view, Alex Colon and Aaron Williams, they took down both Dave Christ and Ace Romero. It was crazy.
You almost forgot.
I almost forgot.
How could you forget Ace Romero? He's huge.
He's huge. I don't forget AC Baby. AC Baby. Come on now.
Okay, I get it. So yeah, Ace and Alex to clash at 7. Also, we're going to see what was scheduled to be a singles competition turn into a 4-way dance when Ron Mathis takes on Jeremiah, Ace Austin, and my pick to win it, Clayton Gaines.
Well, that doesn't surprise me that you picked him. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be one hell of a fatal 4-way matchup. And like you said, it was originally just Jeremiah versus Ace Austin. And then after an episode of Amped...
Watch the wrap up. Oh, geez, I'm combining words too.
Yeah, are these guys rapping?
No, Mark.
Okay. But afterwards... we had all sorts of fighting going on outside the ring amongst the crowd, and Ron Mathis and Clayton Gaines get added to this matchup. I think it's a great call by Jake Christ to make it happen.
Absolutely. It gets Mathis and Clayton Gaines a match at 7, and honestly one that they really want to be in. I think this is going to be less a wrestling match and more a fight to the finish.
Oh, yeah. No doubt about it.
We will also see...
Oh, boy. I can't wait for this.
This is going to be something special.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Psychosexual, bizarre, who knows what may happen. But the Gym Nasty Boys,
oh yeah,
White Mike and Timmy Lou, are facing the Rascals, Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz.
You talk about a wet dream match. That's what this is right here.
Okay.
This is an amazing matchup. Gym Nasty Boys and the Rascals, that alone has me sold on this show. What a matchup that's going to be. It's going to be crazy.
But you washed your bed sheets, right?
Are you supposed to wash them?
Yeah, especially after those sorts of dreams.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
Oh, Mark. Okay, we're also going to see the Rockstar Pro Tag Team Championships defended as the Lethal Enforcers, JD Drake and Anthony Henry, defend their titles against the Dirty.
That's absolutely right. Lethal Enforcers, they defeated the Dirty for the Rockstar Pro Tag Team Championships. And in fact, the Dirty, before that, they defeated the Lethal Enforcers one time while they're champions. So this is the rubber match of sorts between the two. With the championships on the line, the Dirty, they are desperate. They want those championships. They want to be 3-time Rockstar Pro Tag Team Champions.
That they do, and they want it more than anything else. And talking about strong feelings and passions and wanting to win, we have a 4-way Haas battle that I think could shake the very foundations of the Rockstar Pro Arena.
No doubt about it. Listen to these big behemoths in this 4-way
hit me.
matchup. We have Larry D. We have Madman Fulton. We have Jake Something. And we have Big Michael Elgin making his return to the Rockstar Pro Arena. You talk about 4 huge wrestlers. This is going to be hard-hitting. It's going to be awesome.
By my estimation, that is well over 1,200 pounds of man girth in that ring.
Man, that's some pretty good math right there. I mean, wow, 1,200. That's like 400 plus Michael Hogan's, 800?
No.
Okay, what?
You're real bad at
okay.
this. Let's just say 4 big men, right?
Yeah, 4 huge men fighting in this one. I hope the ring's reinforced. It's going to be great.
In more tag team action, we're going to see the Killer Death Machines return to Rockstar Pro, Nevaeh and Jessica Havoc, to take on the Trash Punks, Crash Jackson and Christian Cobain.
I hope the Trash Punks are ready for this one.
Woo, I do too.
This is the biggest match they've ever had in Rockstar Pro by far, as they face off against Nevaeh and Jessica Havoc. It's going to be one hell of a matchup. Trash Punks, they need a win desperately here. They've lost the last few ones. Let's see what they do against the Killer Death Machines.
Absolutely. And speaking of returns to the Rockstar Pro Arena.
Oh, yeah?
Sami Callihan will face the returning Billy Gunn.
How about that? Badass Billy Gunn making his
the
return
Assman.
to the Rockstar Pro Arena? That's amazing. The matchup he had with Zachary Wentz was awesome.
It was. One of my favorites from Rockstar Pro.
No doubt about it. Now he goes one-on-one with Sami Callihan. You talk about a clash of styles, a clash of eras facing off. I mean, it's going to be crazy.
It is, and Sami has a lot of respect for Billy Gunn, as you heard in the Spotlight segment. He looks at him as one of his wrestling fathers, but I think that's going to be forgotten once they lock up in the squared circle.
No doubt. Yeah, I totally heard that in the Spotlight segment. I heard it over and over again. It was impressive.
Can you get to the main event?
Yeah, then in the main event, this is months in the making. Some would even say years in the making. It's a casket match. Dave Christ versus Aaron Williams. It's been going on a long time, Bork.
Absolutely. Aaron Williams has wanted this for months.
Yes.
Dave Christ has finally agreed to this match. It took Aaron Williams attacking Samantha Heights, Steve Manders, Lord Crew, and even a security guard, Bun.
Yes.
Aaron Williams just viciously attacking all these people just so he could get to Dave Christ.
And finally, Dave Christ agrees to it, and it's a casket match. I think it's fitting that it's a casket match between these two in the main event of 7. These are 2 of the best wrestlers we've seen in the history of Rockstar Pro Wrestling, in the last iPay-per-view in the history of the Rockstar Pro Arena. I think it's fitting, Bork.
Yeah, so be here Friday, February 1st at 7:30 p.m. at 1106 East 3rd Street in beautiful downtown Dayton, Ohio. For
Cold but beautiful.
Cold but beautiful. 7, Rockstar Pro's 7-year anniversary. It's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome, no doubt about it. The Rockstar Pro Arena may be going away, but Rockstar Pro Wrestling will live on for a long time and be better than ever.
Absolutely. If you miss this one, you're probably going to want to kill yourself.
Oh, that seems a bit dark.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
That's all for this episode. Be sure to come back for another edition of Backstage Pass, Rockstar Pro Wrestling's official podcast.